All right, so we are going to be getting into our request here from Rana, our good friend Rana, to check out another song from Raye, and we are going to be checking out the song Genesis. And I'm very excited to do this because this is going to be my first official music video from her. The only thing that I have heard from Raye thus far was that live performance. So I'm very excited to see like what she does in the overall music video atmosphere and what this is going to sound like. So I've been kind of warned that her taste is a little all over the place, so I like that in an artist. So let's go ahead and check it out.
They say the 20s are the best years of your life, but I seem to be spending mine missing sunsets, because I'm busy on my phone observing everyone else, how I compare and obsess, just me, my phone, and these walls. And I've been sober for some months, but I can feel the demons waiting on my downfall. Since I'm so ugly and irrelevant, I've been losing friends as if I'm trying to get rid of them. I googled why I'm so desperate for validation and sedatives,
Oh my god, this is like already like super heavy. Where I thought that she was kind of like talking in the beginning, like before she was about to, like the way that a lot of times like somebody like, especially like a rapper, right, might say something in the beginning and then they'll like get into like singing or starting the thing. When I thought that she was just talking, she was like, oh, we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going and keep talking. And I was like, oh, this is jumping straight into it. Straight into it.
Why I'm so desperate for validation and sedatives, calling men who don't give a about me. And when my mother called, I pretend I'm busy. I'm trying to end up anywhere except from where I've been. Cutting clothes, bed bound, amphetamine. And this devil on my shoulder, man, I'm trying to shake him off. My ex is on my timeline, it's as if he's showing off. My self-esteem is face-tuned and ring lights. My ego is conquering new heights. I think I need some. Do you need some? We all need some. I think I need some. I lied, I don't think I know. I need some. I need some light, sweet sunshine to feel alright. Just let there be. I see a sad little sinner in the mirror.
Oh boy, that was like a smack in the face too, man. Oh boy, this was like such a great intro to this song because like it's like so it pulls you in a little bit, right? It like pulls you in and takes you on this journey where you're like watching her going through like almost like this like depression state of like all the realization of like all the negative things, and she's talking about all the negative things in her life, right? So she's going through like all of that right now, and at the same time of doing that, like you're seeing the visual of like, I'm talking about all the negative things, but meanwhile, I still gotta hop on my ring light, and I still gotta like be a star, and I still gotta like sell this record, and I still gotta like do all these things, right? Because it's expected of me. And then like goes to this point where she's like up on a ledge, almost like borderline beat change, energy change, and like complete change of the visual. That I really like the way that they did that. Like it incredibly artistic.
I don't think I know. I need some. I need some light, sweet sunshine to feel alright. Just let there be. I see a sad little sinner in the mirror. The devil works hard, like my liver. I wanna be alive, I don't wanna die. A fist full of pills, you're a nobody.
Oh my god, yo.
Bang, bang, that's depression at the door again. You know he'll beat the door down till you let him in the room. Since you already acquainted, you skip the foreplay. He grips you at the neck cause you prepare to be screwed. You try to muster a flair to tell.
Oh my god! Like all I could think about, guys, and like, I hate to compare artists here, but this is like I'm saying this in a positive way, right? I'm saying this in all the most respected ways. She reminds me of like what I love about Ren. Like that's what she is. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like saying and talking about all the same stuff, but in a different way, and like a badass version, like this R&B, like hip hoppy, like kind of like badassery. Like oh my god, I can't even tell you what's kind of running through my veins right now. Like listening to her because she is talking like all that fucking shit about like my shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain it. Like it's like it's hard to have like a banger for depression, but I feel like that's what she's doing here.
Somebody is sinking, but anxiety is an index finger pressed to your lips. A whiskey bottle, it whispers, since you're already bitter. A cocktail fit for a quitter. Come here and give me a kiss. I see a sad little sinner in the mirror. The devil works hard, break my liver. I wanna be alive, I don't wanna die. A fist full of pills and rivers in my eyes. Nothing left to lose, see you good in the sky. Hear my cry, hear my cry. It's too dark to see. Let there be light, let there be light. Yes, I edit my pictures to make my waist look slimmer, make my ass look bigger so that I'm someone you aspire to. Let me in your algorithm, please. I know I'll only be in.
Okay. She was just talking about here about like, you know, I gotta get my waist slimmer, I gotta get my ass bigger, so that way like you'll be somebody that you want to like aspire to be, right? Like I just got done this morning or yesterday talking about Angelina Jordan and how much I didn't want to see her become that person, right? And what happened? Now we're here talking about Raye, talking about what happens to those people when it's that easy for them to be like, yo, you should just give into that sexuality real quick. And what happens? She's over here, she's like talking about like all the substance abuse that she has to like basically like withstand just to basically survive. Does that make sense? Like she's over here talking about how the devil works hard, but like and works harder. I think she said like harder than my liver. Like my liver has to work like double time because of how much I'm drinking to basically just get by with my days. Like fistful of pills. Just to get by. Just to get by. And people say that I'm crazy for like worrying about people like Angelina Jordan and what's going to happen to them. I'm crazy because like I said, we've never seen it ever happen to any other star, female star, right? I mean, it's happened to like a few guys in the last 10 years. Watch some documentaries about that. It's happening to a lot of people.
And if I'm someone you would like, follow, share, and subscribe to. If you're thirsty like me, mix some pity with some self-hate. Stir it up, then add 12 ounces of rosé. It's how I make the glass half empty and drink it down. Close words and the insecurities. Here lies a story, little soul. She doesn't even know what to pray for. Still just a hot broke bitch. I traded the back at the nightclub I did for the bathroom floor. I wish I could call my ex. He would know just what to say. He don't say nothing at all now. I didn't mind. The only thing I relied on him to do is stay declining my calls now. She's a little sinner in the mirror. The devil works hard, break my liver. I wanna be alive, I don't wanna die. A fist full of pills and rivers in my eyes. Nothing left to lose, see you good in the sky. Hear my cry, hear my cry. It's too dark to see. Let there be light, let there be light. Little girls that have no self-esteem. A little boy without a father tries to find him in the streets. The girl I used to walk to school with took her life, now rest in peace. Fake democracy, killing overseas, killing ourselves. Suicide, government lies, discrimination, hating ourselves. Why hope, why keep going, why try, why? Genesis 1 verse 3. I'll dry my eyes. The only thing which darkness cannot coexist is the light. She's like little sinner in the mirror. The devil works hard, break my liver. I don't wanna die. Fist full of pills and rivers in my eyes. It's too hard. Hear my cry, hear my cry. It's too dark to see. Let there be light, let there be light. I want that light, Lord. Oh, let there be on. Oh, let there be on. Oh, that light. See.
You gotta spin it over to like to the happy side of it, right? Like we just got done spending the last 5 minutes talking about how all this is basically killing me. But you know, We still gotta put on the smile, still gotta put on the happy tune because it's what the people want to hear.
I want that light in my house. I want that light in my car. I want that light in my pain. I want that light when it's dark. Dark, dark, dark. Oh, no, let there be. Oh, let there be. Oh, that light. No, 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 let there be light. For all the fathers and the teachers. For all the builders and the cleaners. Oh, for all the farmers and the chefs and the train drivers. Yes, the nurses and the doctors. God bless NHS. Let the pay rise. Let the pay rise. Oh, let there be light, light, light. For all those overworked and underpaid and dreams are somewhere out of sight. Let there be light. Single mothers all alone. The baby's crying, and she's crying tears to her sister on the phone. Bring her comfort, bring her peace, I pray, Lord,
Now that's what I'm talking about.
I think this is definitely what you guys meant with like it can go from one version of a song to like a whole different, like, you know, now we're talking like swing music, jazz bar, like complete opposite of what we just listened to.
Lord, let there be. No, we all need a little. See, I want that light in my house. I want that light in my car. I want that light in my dreams. So baby, light up the dark, yes. Light up the dark, Lord. Let there be light,
Oh my God, that was wild. What a wild adventure that was. That truly was a extremely wild adventure. We went from like one whole talking point to a whole nother talking point in the same video. Like, I don't even know what to even say about that whole like jazz rendition stuff at the end. Like, even that was fire, but like I'm so caught up on the first one, man. I don't think that's part of Genesis. I wouldn't imagine. I would imagine that's probably a different song that we just threw in there. But if it's all part of the whole thing, like, I don't care. Hold on. That was the other thing. I gotta go put it in a playlist right now because I really can't forget. I'm posting this one on Instagram too later. Don't you worry. Between you, you might have struck some real gold here. My friend, with getting me on this Raye stuff, because this is my bag. This is my bag. That everything about what she did. Okay, maybe it says Genesis Part 2. Maybe that's what that part is. Yeah, for sure. It's in there. Okay, so I don't even know what else I could really say. More I could say about that, other than the fact that I love that so much. It reminded me of like I said, guys, it got me fucking amped. There was so much happening in it throughout the entire video that like there was like so much artistic like just like expression in this entire thing. There was like orchestrated like full-on ensembles, and like they had like, you know, choreographed dances in front of like moving pictures of like the world like coming catastrophic in front of a movie theater, like of people like laughing and watching it. So much messaging like just through and through this entire video. I'd have to probably like go like scene by scene and really like break down like what I thought each individual scene was like representing, but I think overall I think it just kind of tied into like everything that I love from an artist who writes like this. Where like you are giving us like the real, like from your diary, like these are those burners, you know what I mean? These are those ones that like you tuck away and you don't share it with everybody until you write it down and put it in a record. Like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like she's talking about like history with like past relationships and like how she like is dealing with like, just like the fame, the pressure, music, all of it together. I've already kind of gotten a little bit of a history lesson about how like her record label, I guess, was really terrible. And I would imagine she was probably signed to, I don't know, maybe Universal, Sony, something of those affiliations, or a label that was somewhat like it, and that she is now independent, and good for her. Good for her. That what made me even much more on the wagon to support an artist like Raye. Because as soon as I heard that, like, she left her label and she's independent and she is not going back, and like, that's what she's doing, this is exactly the kind of artist that I wanted to support. Is the kind of people that, like, they went into it, they tried it, they saw it, and they're like, this whole thing is a cesspool of nonsense. You know what I mean? And like, they got to get out of it. Like, I think it really depends on, for each individual person, what do you want? What do you want out of your music? What do you want out of your career? And record labels will help you get those things. They will, depending on what you want. But everybody's got to make their own decisions, but I love the artists that try to stay more on the independent side. Just because we're in a position now of a day and age where it's easier than it's ever been to be able to do that. So I like to support it where I can. And like somebody, like when they said, like, when you're of the caliber of this talent and you have this ability, like, this is like, only I said, only the second video I've seen from Raye, but I knew from the first one, I was like, this artist is something special and different, and this only just solidified that tenfold in my mind. Does that make sense? Like tenfold in my mind, this was like exactly what I thought she was going to be, but even more than that. Does that make sense? Like, I did not expect this so much heat in one record. Like, the music video, fire. Every aspect of it, fire. The song itself, every aspect of it, fire. Every part of it. I really can't say much more other than the fact that this is like so fantastic. So fantastic. Thank you so much for requesting it. I hope this was a good reaction, and I hope that you liked it. I hope you appreciated it. I hope that you got what you wanted out of this reaction, because I love this a lot. I did. I'm going to go ahead and check the chat now, because, whoa, man, Haley's in here again. What is going on, friend? Glad you enjoyed. I thought you'd appreciate the depth and artistry. Yes, absolutely. Oh, my good God. Like I said, you might be another one. You might be on there with Aaron. You know what I mean? Aaron's on a good track right now where he's ticking pretty good about, like, he's finding the ones where he's like, oh, Johnny gonna like that. Johnny gonna like that. Johnny gonna like that. Like, one after the other. Like, this is pretty good for, like, that first one that you picked, like, for it to be, like, this much of a love. Does that make sense? Like, where I was like, yeah, you got me in hard now. I am sold. I am sold.